true or false? You all get to weigh in at the same time. Green, true. Red is false. During the 2016-17 school year, there were 114 in-school suspension incidents at Ansonia Middle School. But in the 2017-18 school year, that number was reduced from 114 to 57 in-school suspensions at Ansonia Middle School. Is this true or is this false? All right, I think I led the witness. Yes, it's green. Those of you holding green, give yourself a pat in the back. In-school suspensions have been dropped in half at Ansonia Middle School. So here to tell us about this program is Jessica Bedosky, the P.A.S.S program coordinator, along with Ansonia Middle School principal Stephen Marchetti, and students who have successfully navigated this very, very successful program.
Good evening. My name is Jessica Bedosky, and I am an 8th grade math teacher at Ansonia Middle School. Last spring, I approached Ms. Marchetti, our assistant principal, regarding a program that has been very successful at Ansonia High School with Officer Berry, and it has been running for about 8 years. And I approached him about bringing it down to the middle school on a modified level. The program is a diversionary program which allows us to use a boot camp / cardio workout for students who have made some poor choices, and perhaps we'd like to keep them out of in-school and out-of-school suspension. And so we'd like to offer them an opportunity to do something else instead of being out of school or in an in-school suspension room, and therefore keeping them in class and learning, which is what we want to do. And thus, Ms. Marchetti said yes. We put the grant together thanks to the Valley Community Foundation that was approved, and the P.A.S.S program, the Positive Alternative to School Suspensions program, was born this year. So thank you for that, and here's Mr. Marchetti to tell you a little bit more about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As Ms. Bedosky said, I am Steve Marchetti, the proud assistant principal of Ansonia Middle School. When Ms. Bedosky came to me with respect to the P.A.S.S program, I have to tell you right off the bat, Mr. Marchetti was a big fan. Knowing Officer Berry as I know him at the high school, I was very well familiar with the program that he ran there. I just wasn't sure how it was going to work at the middle school level. The P.A.S.S program stands for, as Ms. Bedosky said, Positive Alternatives to School Suspension. It allows us to use some sort of a boot camp workout designed solely and exclusively by me to basically to keep kids out of both in-school and out-of-school suspension. So basically, it's done at my discretion. And what happens is the state of Connecticut every single year hands down mandates to schools that severely restrict what we can do with respect to students when it comes to in-school and out-of-school suspension. There have been numerous studies done that there is not a very strong positive correlation to students who are suspended. There's a high degree of, I guess, recidivism, for lack of a better term, where you have kids who get suspended and they get suspended over and over and over. So this program is designed to give them an alternative. And as Ms. Bedosky said, it is optional. There are students who are mandated. We've done work with the Juvenile Review Board in the Valley, where students have been mandated through the Juvenile Review Board to participate in our program for a certain number of sessions. So I work very closely with that organization as well. And basically the goal is there's a couple goals. First of all, and this might sound worse than it is, it's to make students uncomfortable. I never knew how averse middle school students were to physical activity until I started this program. And so they get a little uncomfortable, but it's in those moments of discomfort that I can really send a strong message to them. And some of them will tell you, there are two gentlemen here who I'm going to introduce, but when the kids are really at their most tired, I have their undivided attention. And it's in those moments that I can speak to them a little bit about the choices that they make and how they can make better choices. So it's not just a grueling physical workout, there's also sort of a counseling piece where I kind of talk the kids through the decisions that they're making as well. There are some students who love it. They take it, they embrace it. I've had students who do it one time and they love it, and they don't want to be mandated, but they will voluntarily go and participate in the workout, which is nice because now you have students who've learned from the program, who are demonstrating positive behaviors, and they then serve as role models to the other students who might not be making the best choices. So it's sort of a win-win all around. There are two students here I'm going to introduce you to. One student is Nathan Del Valle, who's been with the program since its inception. There are different circumstances under which these gentlemen came to the P.A.S.S program, which they'll share with you. And the other student is Damon Wooten. And they're going to share with you a little bit briefly about their experiences. So Nathan, I'll let you go first.
Hello, and my name is Nathan Del Valle, and I have been in this program since the beginning of the year, and my favorite part of the program is the cardio workout. I always like to work out and push myself athletically, and the leader of the program is Jesse, and he also helps us a lot with, like, if we need help with like life problems or homework, he'll help us out with that kind of stuff. And he also plays ball with us, basketball, and
That's good.
he helps us a lot. And if we need help with like problems at home, he'll talk to us about it. He'll listen to us. He'll need if you have a problem, to talk about it. And we just work out most of the time, and it's only like about like hour, 30 minutes. And he just helps us a lot with all this stuff, and I really enjoy it.
Hi, my name is Damon Wooten. I was mandated to the program for getting into a verbal fight with a girl. My consequence was 3 years of the P.A.S.S program. I went down to the gym and did burpees, jumping jacks, running, donkey kicks, mountain climbing squats. Mr. Marchetti reminded me that I knew right from wrong and shouldn't be a part of that kind of behavior. Although Mr. Marchetti said he was impressed by what I could do physically, I wasn't really interested in coming back, and I improved my behavior with that student.
So once again, just to wrap up, we just want to thank the Valley Community Foundation. This has been a great opportunity for our kids. We really, the benefit has been extraordinary in terms of the number of kids missing times in school and out of school. And so we're proud of this program and hope to continue it. So thank you again.